Jack Doherty has been getting himself in even more trouble, and I don't know how his career is still going. Who watches him? I don't know. I know that everyone who knows about him from clips of people talking about how terrible he is. So from a sustainability standpoint, I don't know how his career has gone on this long, but apparently he just got robbed for $300K.
Jack Doherty just found out why you should never wear a $300,000 chain, as he was just robbed, as it seems like no one cares, which is actually kind of shocking, because when a creator this size gets robbed, especially for the amount he was robbed for, I would expect to see a lot more coverage of this and maybe some sympathy towards him, but instead...
Really though? Like, I heard he got robbed and I thought to myself, all right, who do I gotta say thanks to? Like, who do I gotta congratulate?
And most people...
I know that's okay. I should be clear, because even though it's Jack Doherty, I don't support robbery. I don't support robbing people, even if the person is an unlikable influencer. That's really all I have to say. I think it's hard to feel bad for him, but it's not hard to say you shouldn't rob people. And so, yeah.
People are just dropping the Michael Jordan.
I hope he had insurance on that chain. What do you do you think he insured his chain? Like...
kissing his champion trophy gifts. So Jack Doherty really needs to be studied on how unlikable he is, because very few people get robbed and then have the entire internet celebrating. But to make things extremely clear, I am in no way happy to see this, nor do I want to see this happen to anyone. It should be very obvious that no one wants to live in a society where people get robbed. Although there are plenty of things that Jack could have done here to avoid being a target, like not wearing $300,000 worth of diamonds around your neck in Los Angeles.
I think the problem with wearing a $300,000 chain is that you're wearing a $300,000 chain. Like, is this guy dumb or is he stupid? Just put the $300K into anything besides a chain. And if you're going to put it in a chain, don't wear it. Like, you can't have 300,000. Would you have 300K in your pocket ever? You wouldn't. So, like, I don't understand. Why would you do that? And why would you know that you're Jack Doherty and do that? Like, you know you're Jack Doherty. Oh, hey, I'm Jack Doherty. I just woke up. Let me remind myself who I am really quickly before I walk outside with $300,000. Like, what? People already beat you up. They already, like, try to press you and start fights with you. And you're thinking that now by giving them, like, a reward or an incentive to do that, that they're not gonna do it? What?
A city where, you know, seemingly...
Oh, I want to hurt Jack Doherty and make his life harder because of who he is as a person. Wait, you're telling me that I can get 300 grand for doing it? Sign me up.
A new jewelry store is broken into every week at this point. But I mean, even considering the location, I don't think it's ever smart to put the value of a small family house around your neck. So what happened?
Yeah,
well,
like,
Jack was in LA, and the
that's someone's home on my neck, and it sounds cool to say as like a rap lyric. Like, I got your whole house on my neck. All right, let me snatch it. Like,
I knew that Jack did was he went to a no jumper interview, and then the day after he decided to extend his stay in LA, and then he went to Rodeo Drive to, I guess, shop. And this is where the disaster struck him.
Guys, I just got robbed. I just got robbed on Rodeo Drive. 4 armed guys hopped out of their car, ripped both my chains off my neck.
I mean, this situation is already very similar to the McLaren incident, because as soon as the disaster happens, he instantly goes live. He goes live before he even notifies his family.
Bro. I'm laughing because of the thought process. Imagine you lose 300K, snatched off you, robbed in broad daylight, and the first thing you want to do is tell everyone about it. Is that a humiliation ritual? Is that part of your streaming deal, that every time something terribly tragic happens to you, you have to immediately tell the internet, and you know that by doing so, like, more people will talk about how much they hate you and how happy they are that this happened to you? Why the fuck does he got 300K on him? Because he's a dumbass idiot. I mean, he has 300K on him for the same reason that he's Jack Doherty. Like, I don't know. Like, that's just par for the course. And so, yeah, he's always lacking. I promise you. This is never happened. It's insurance fraud. Maybe it is insurance fraud. You know, maybe he's trying to just do something with that. That could be possible. That cop is so chopped. What, bro?
Setup, bro. So how many? That was a setup.
So how many people? Can we just hold off on this because we got some more.
Dave, I don't even know what the happened. Like, help me talk, bro. I'm in shock. Nah, they're with me.
On Rodeo.
Sir, they're with me.
Okay. It was 4 males. I assume it was 4 males. One stayed in the car.
Bro. And Brady wants a quick flick. Yeah, this is the worst time for him to get the picture taken. Anyway, yeah, wow. He doesn't look happy at all.
I mean, even after he's robbed, he's taking pictures with people. I mean, dude's probably having the worst day of his life, but
And the thing is, like, that's not a fan at all. Like, no one who goes up to him and wants a picture wants to have that photo to flex. It's more so like, oh my god, look at this person who I ran into who is notoriously hated by everybody. You know, it's like running into like a local tweaker who also exposed his genitals to a small child. It's like, oh, I found him. Like,
still forcing a smile for a photo.
It was two guys that changed like $300,000. Did they touch you? Yes. Bleeding. You need fire?
Sure. What's that? That's him on from Rodeo.
Alright, just make sure nobody else touches you. We're gonna have prime left and let us swap you. Huh? What's the value of that mix? One was 100K, one was 200K. It's like 300K? Yeah.
I mean, $300,000 just to go shopping? Why are you peacocking like that? Why do you feel the need to do that?
Like, no matter how much money you have on you, nothing will undo the fact that you are who you are. Money does not make you likable, and if it does, it's because you're not Jack Doherty. And if you are Jack Doherty, the money actually makes you more disliked because people look at you and they hate you, and then they hate the world, and they hate you for making them hate the world, right? They look at you and they think, wow, what are they spoiled little brat that I see on my Twitter timeline while I'm taking a shit, and I hate him, and I hate everything about him. And now he has money. What the fuck is wrong with the world? And he's what's wrong with the world. And so there's all these things that happen.
I can somewhat understand the expensive watch for the right place and the right time, but I don't think it's ever a good idea to be roaming around LA with a six-figure watch and a $300,000 diamond
it's not
necklace.
a good idea.
That's just terrible situational awareness. Bank robbers, on average, they get away with about $5,000, which I was actually surprised of that stat. I thought it would be way larger than that. But you have guys risking that much for $5,000, and you know for sure a bank is way harder to rob than Jack Doherty here on Rodeo Drive. Because let's be real, the only thing defending Jack here is an out-of-shape bodyguard, because the last bodyguard he had got him into legal trouble. So I guess he got a new one, and this new one is probably already fed up with it, because who wouldn't be? Also, let's be real, I don't think he signed up for that. He signed up to defend Jack when he eggs someone on the street or something like that, and then, you know, has to back them off. Or some TikTok person harassing him.
I thought this guy ruined his career like 3 times now. Why is he still being talked about? Well, this isn't him ruining his career anymore. His career is ruined. It's the fact that he ruined his career, and after everyone has decided unanimously that he is as valuable to them as gum on the sidewalk, that he just got robbed for $300K. And $300K, as was, you know, mentioned before, is like, you know, it's like a small house. And getting that snatched off your neck, a little bit crazy, and, you know, it is newsworthy. At least, I mean, like, even if it wasn't Jack Doherty, like, anybody losing $300K, like, robbed like that is making headlines, and it just so happens to be someone like this. So yeah, the bodyguard didn't want the smoke. I wouldn't risk it for Jack either. Yeah, I mean, like, you're a bodyguard until you have to be a bodyguard, right? Like, you're just hoping to stand there and then just get paid by the hour, not by the incident. And yeah, you just want to be there hoping nothing ever happens. And if it does happen, you know, oh fuck, I missed it. Oh no, Jack, sorry. Yeah. Anyway,
that's essentially what I would assume.
How do they know it was worth so much? Well, I don't know if they knew. Maybe they just wanted to rob Jack Doherty. Maybe they did know that it was worth that much. And if they did, I would assume it's either because they looked up the price of it, or because Jack Doherty would not stop talking about how he has a house on his neck or something along those lines.
Assume they sign up for. Not 4 armed gunmen blitzkrieging Jack. I feel like that's a little bit...
He might be in jail. He was getting sued by one of the dudes he punched on camera without legal cause, the bodyguard. Yeah, he got a new bodyguard. This one could not pass the fitness gram pacer test, so very unfucking fortunate that he had to downgrade from tall black guy number 1 to tall black guy number 2. So... yeah, these guards are too busy punching each other and catching lawsuits to protect Jack. Well, I mean, apparently the guys who robbed him were also armed, right? So if you're the bodyguard, are you really risking it all for JD? No Vance? We're talking about a far less important JD here. Not the vice president, okay? He's the dick of Kick. No one fucks with him.
Not even armed to handle. So overall, just terrible risk assessment on Jack Doherty here.
What the happened? Bro, Hey, let that happen.
So here he's kind of blaming his security guard. He's like, why would you let that happen? It's like, dude, what is he gonna do? Apparently he tackled one.
Yeah, he wants him to jump in front of the charging robbers, slow motion movie style. Don't hurt Jack, and then he takes the bullets for him. That's what he wanted.
But there's 3 others with guns. Like, dude, you broadcasted one large game of capture the flag with
Literally.
$300,000
As the
worth
prize.
of diamonds around
Yeah.
your neck as a reward to any criminal in LA, and you
Almost like
live
he's a
stream your
dumbass.
current location. Then on top of that, they can clearly see that you only have one bodyguard here.
Yeah.
And again, I never want to see anyone
Easy
get
target.
robbed, but this is just ridiculously reckless on his part.
Right.
And then on top of that, I wouldn't be surprised if the dudes who robbed him get less time than Vitaly in the Philippines when their crimes aren't even comparable.
Right.
But he starts explaining what happens here.
It really happened right there. And what,
Is he itching his balls right now? I mean, I'd be stressed out and doing the same thing, so I can't blame him. But I just noticed.
But
that.
he starts explaining what happens here.
It really happened
Yeah. Wow. Just. All right.
right there. And what, you ran? Yeah, give us a play-by-play.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Bro, that was a setup for sure, bro. It's too perfect. I walk out and they're right there, bro. Like they walk out and they immediately hop out the car. And like they just, three or four of them just tackling me to the ground. It's insane. Like, I don't even know what happened. What even happened? Like I didn't even see what happened. It all happened so fast. Did they just pin me against the wall?
Can I speak to you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna separate you from everyone just like to get your information and everything. I understand.
That is a complete nightmare scenario.
Wow.
But apparently, he didn't remember what the people robbed him looked like. How would you not be able to remember what they look like? Okay, so
Were they
I guess
masked?
everyone's
I don't
trauma
know, were they-
responses or just like
I don't know.
fear responses work differently. I had a scary moment where I was in a CVS and it got robbed. They had guns. I was there with my family, and I was like only probably 4 feet away from one of the robbers at the time. And I saw behind the robber was my family. So I just kind of froze up and slowly started walking because he clearly was not there to rob people. He was just trying to
Right.
get whatever you can get from the CVS. So I just
Which
kind
is
of
not
walked,
much.
grabbed my family, and I've been to the store plenty of times, so I knew where the back door was.
Right.
We just walked into the back door, and then I closed the back door, and then I stood behind that metal door, and then we called 911. But I can also list from head to toe exactly what that person was wearing, his height. Yeah, everything about that person.
Yeah, well, because
So-
it's super vivid in your mind as something so shocking always is. So yeah, a Tozy lore drop right there. Shout out. I mean, Jack Doherty gonna talk like he doesn't know what they look like or something. I mean, maybe he legit doesn't, and that could be a possibility, right? But the guy who was saying the insurance fraud thing makes that look a little bit more, it makes it sound more legit, because if you don't know what they look like and they're actually people that, or if you don't know what they look like, and you actually put them there to rob you on purpose to do insurance fraud, then well, yeah, but that's assuming that he had the chain insured, which is like, I don't know, but maybe you could be onto something.
So, not to randomly trauma dump on you guys. Not that it actually was trauma. Obviously, it was scary at the time, but thankfully, nothing happened. So, it was nothing really to worry about. Damn, okay. Well, that just reminded me of that. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
All of them were they all from the same clinic? Or is there one that you remember like vividly? It's okay if you don't remember all of them.
I don't really remember that. It all happened so fast.
But you just remember.
But I mean, don't they have like security cameras everywhere? It's Rodeo Drive. This is the most expensive street in the country. You've got Louis, you've got Dior. It's like all the designer brands that the rappers talk about. And if rappers are here all the time and they're at the risk of being robbed, there has to be like a lot of police and like a lot of cameras and stuff. Like I there's no way that there isn't cameras here. Like I just don't believe that. And so either, by the way, the cop must be tall or he must be like 5'1", and so that's crazy that you're getting height mogged. Okay.
So, after the questioning, he continues where he left off by telling the story.
Dude, he was chasing me around the road trying to get my watch.
Why is his shirt off? He's kind of built like a pencil, but when you put it in the sharpener for too long, and now it's kind of like a really tiny pencil.
Yeah, it's like, and I don't know which
But
way.
I don't mean that in a mean way. I mean that in a way that it can be interpreted as like a cute thing where you kind of are like, oh, you're just a little thing, because he's just a little thing, that's all he is. He's Jack Doherty. He's just a little guy, and he should be banned. He should be banned.
Go, bro. 'Cause if I go too far
Look, no marks. No marks.
away, he's gonna just get me alone, and I have a broken collarbone. So I can't
He's a little cutie pie. But like a Cabbage Patch Kid. He's built like a kid,
I fight
period.
this guy, and bro, I just didn't want to lose my wrist or nails. I lost both my.
He's like a 21-year-old 5-year-old, if that makes sense. He's built like a 5-year-old that is somehow 21.
Chains, bro. It's so sad.
I am surprised he was not
Melted butter physique.
worried about his life here or his girl's life, as they were just charged by 4 armed gunmen. Like, come on, screw the materialistic crap. That's replaceable. Why are you worried about that?
They said Timu McKinley set you up, bro. They got the job from her. Is that true?
I looked suspected that at first.
That was my feed.
I took her phone. I checked it. I said, "Yo, I had to." I was like, "What the? I'm sorry." Like, I don't know. 300K is 300K. You never know.
Should have been 580.
What?
It should have been like 480 with the Richard.
Bro, he was chasing me around. I was not letting you go. He had a gun to me, and I was like, "Nah, I'm taking
Do we even think this happened though? Like, did this ever take place?
this watch. I'm dying for this. I should have gotten insurance. What was I doing? I gotta calm down. The cops are gonna think I'm crazy. They're not gonna see my shit back."
Anyone with a $300,000 house would have it insured. I don't know what he was thinking with having $300,000 worth of jewelry not insured. And I was interested in seeing what that would cost. And that would apparently be anywhere from $300 to $600 a month to insure it, as the industry standard for jewelry like that would be between 1% and 2% of the assessed value of the jewelry. And the 1% to 2% is for the annual cost. But obviously, he continues to marinate in what happened.
Can this all be over now? Like, for real, what is happening?
Bro, you did ask like.
Cheesecake Factory set me up. I'm suing. He's allowed.
They set you up.
Hey, can I sue for this or no? Who can I sue for this?
Yeah, the only people he could sue here would probably be the robbers. That's about it.
You ain't gotta go to extras. I actually live here. I'm not a fake street looker. So you ain't
All right, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Hey, pal.
leave me the fuck alone.
Hey, pal. Hey,
What?
Hey,
You.
my daddy owns this street, pal. Yeah, keep walking.
Okay, dude. Jack has really made it an art form to just come up with the least likable thing to say at all times.
Wait. What do you think
My
happened?
daddy owns this street, he says.
I lost my neck aura.
Yeah, my dad owns Xbox. He'll ban you. Bro said, watch your mouth.
It's all gone. 300 grand down the drain. This is worse than McLaren crash.
Well, I mean, here he didn't endanger other people's lives. He just lost a diamond necklace. But I guess
Yeah.
he feels that way because the McLaren incident, that was in his hands. While here he had zero control, other
Right.
than choosing to wear $300,000 worth of diamonds that day. But he finally gave us the full story without being interrupted here.
Right.
Yeah, tell us what happened.
Okay,
when
so
you
the
went
full
to, like,
story.
pinned up against the wall, me and like I get pinned up against the wall like this, and I see my chains right there in this guy's hand, and I'm being pushed like this. Some other guy's going at my watch, and I'm like trying to fight him off, and then
So 4 dudes, they pushed you against the wall like instantly, and just one took your chain.
somehow like
One's holding
then,
you.
like we were all here, like 5 of us were right here, or 6 of us were right here, me, Dave, Christy, and the 4 guys, and then next thing I know, Dave and 2 of the guys are there, and then one of the guys chasing me around the street trying to get my watch off.
You went fully across the street.
And then the other
Bro.
guy's like, nah, we got the chains.
What?
And then the other guy stopped chasing me.
So he remembers the whole thing so vividly that he can't describe what they looked like.
Jack Doherty's cooked, all right?
I mean, thankfully, no one got hurt, as this is,
Right.
again, a nightmare situation. for
Total BS. It doesn't even sound real. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's not real. Either way, real or not, you know, Jack Doherty, I wouldn't put it above him to fake something like this. And I also wouldn't put it above him to actually have something like this happen to him. So could be fake, could be real. Really could. It's a coin flip on this one. I think at the end of the day, though, this is doing nothing for him. Like, this is no views are going to be generated off this in a positive way. But I guess that's assuming that there is such a thing as positive and negative views and not just views. I mean, I think there is. I think people who hate watch him are, well, not benefiting him, but maybe he does think that way. So I don't know. No one's sympathetic to him if this is real.
But he calls his dad finally, and his dad states the obvious.
Did you run all the way across the street?
I ran there, and I was like, if I go there, it's just me and him. So I was like, I have to come back.
And then what his boy said, oh, we got the chains. And
Yeah,
he
the boys,
turned around
like, yelled and they hopped in the car.
Yeah, so hopefully that's a tough lesson. I mean, you can't advertise all your money, all your jewelry. You gotta stop that. I can't say that. Make a film that gets buzzing all to 50 bucks.
All right, Dad, I'm live right now, Dad. Like, we're not doing this.
Oh, I don't know that.
At least his dad tried to share some common sense with him. And his dad isn't the only one. Even his friend was trying to tell him this before the robbery actually happened.
But it didn't even break the seal, did it? Like even close? Nah, but the chains were like instant, like, cause he just got it.
It came off just right away.
It almost took me to the ground with him, bro. He took it off.
They're doing a
If you were
DNA
in your hoodie
test.
too, they would have never even seen them shits. Michael literally said, "Tuck your chains" as we were getting in the Range Rover.
Well, right after it happened.
And then he reconfirmed the chains were not insured.
Robert's probably watching.
If this blows up, do you think he's gonna start making content about him getting bullied in public? Maybe, but then that's kind of adding more incentive for people to do stuff like this. And I don't know how much control he thinks he has over this, but he definitely has not that much. You know, maybe he staged this one. There will easily snowball into him having no control over it, because if he's platforming this sort of stuff, fake or not, people will actually fucking do it. Why do shawties fuck with this dude? I mean, do I have to say it? Like, is it not obvious? Like, I mean, for the same reason that he allegedly got robbed for 300 grand, it's because he has 300 grand on this fucking like his chain. Like, he's just rich as fuck. Like, yeah, I mean, they don't actually fuck with him. Like, they just want to be around money. Like, it's really that simple. It's not about actually fucking with him or vibing with him, or it's just he has fucking money and he's annoying and he's like, he sucks.
Stream right now.
They just want the chance to get a little bit of the money that he has, and you know, by also in the process getting a little bit of fame, you can kind of distract yourself from the fucking obnoxious thumb that he is.
What do you have to say to him?
When you have them insured, now.
Then finally they got the bodyguard to share his perspective.
They pulled up, I heard the tires screeching, I was standing right
Oh my god, this guy's
here. I heard the tires
built
screeching,
like in a
I was to my
certain...
left, and I see everybody hop out. And I tried to beat them to you. But I just remember tackling one guy, and the guy you were talking about, I had him with my left hand. And I seen the gun, and I had to hold up. I had to drop back.
Wow.
Damn, bro.
And they also managed to somehow get a little peek of the security cam footage, but it's hard to really make anything out of it, as Jack's friend was filming off of the phone they were using to show the cops of the security footage.
What? Oh wow, they chased him? And that's all I saw. Damn.
You see him get out. Like, yeah, you can see some of it. Just
Yeah.
like watching Minecraft pixels.
Wow.
You can see him hop out of the car and start running.
So, can't really see much here, but it definitely confirms it happened. If there's a lesson here, don't walk around with $300,000 worth of diamonds around your neck.
Yeah, I agree with that lesson. Good takeaway. Got to agree with that one. And so, yeah, that's what's up with Jack Doherty. 1 in chat if you think it's true. 2 in chat if you think it's scripted, staged, or fake. I'm curious. I don't know where I'm leaning on this one. I think it honestly could be real. But could be fake. I would be surprised if it was... I don't know. I really do not know. I do not know. Probably real, maybe. Yeah, I really don't know.